Hello, future biologists. Welcome to today's exciting journey into the microscopic world of the cell. We are diving deep into the structural organization of cells, focusing on three fundamental parts: the cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. We'll explore these concepts across four levels of understanding, from easy basics to advanced competitive insights. Get ready to uncover the secrets that make life possible. Ready for some easy learning? Let's start with the very basics of how a cell is put together. It's simpler than you think. Every cell, whether it's from a plant, animal, or bacteria, has an outer boundary called the cell membrane. Think of it as the cell's protective skin or a gatekeeper, carefully controlling what goes in and out. It maintains the cell's shape and keeps everything inside safe. Without this vital boundary, the cell wouldn't be able to maintain its unique identity or internal environment. It's the first line of defense and communication for the cell, constantly interacting with its surroundings to ensure survival. Moving inwards, we find the cytoplasm, a jelly-like substance that fills the cell and holds all the tiny cell parts, called organelles, in place. This is where a lot of the cell's daily work gets done, from breaking down food to building new molecules. And then, there's the nucleus, often called the cell's brain. It's usually a round structure that contains the cell's genetic material, DNA, organized into chromosomes. The nucleus directs all cell activities, telling the cell what to do and when to do it, making it the ultimate control center. Time to test your understanding with some quick questions. Pause the video, think about the answers, and see how well you've grasped the easy concepts of cell organization. This will help solidify your foundational knowledge. Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive a little deeper and understand the intricacies of these cellular components. Are you ready for the medium level? The cell membrane isn't just a simple boundary, it's a selectively permeable, dynamic structure composed of lipids and proteins. This fluid mosaic arrangement allows it to be flexible while precisely regulating what enters and exits the cell. It's like a sophisticated security system, allowing essential nutrients in and waste out, while keeping harmful substances at bay. This selective nature is crucial for maintaining the cell's internal balance and overall health. The cytoplasm, often seen as mere filler, is actually a bustling hub of activity. It comprises the cytosol, a watery gel where many metabolic reactions occur, and various membrane-bound organelles. These organelles, like mitochondria for energy and the endoplasmic reticulum for synthesis, each have specialized jobs. Together, they make the cytoplasm a highly organized factory floor where life's essential processes unfold, ensuring the cell can grow, repair, and reproduce effectively. The nucleus, our cell's command center, is enclosed by a double-layered nuclear membrane, punctuated by pores. These nuclear pores act as gateways, controlling the traffic of molecules between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Inside, the genetic material, DNA, is organized into chromatin, which condenses into chromosomes during cell division. The nucleus, therefore, not only stores genetic information but also actively controls all cellular activities by regulating gene expression and orchestrating cell division, making it indispensable for cell survival and reproduction. A key distinction in cell biology lies in the presence or absence of a well-defined nucleus. Prokaryotic cells, like bacteria, lack a true nucleus. Their genetic material floats freely in a region called the nucleoid. Eukaryotic cells, on the other hand, possess a true nucleus enclosed by a membrane, along with other membrane-bound organelles. This fundamental difference in structural organization has profound implications for cellular complexity and function, marking a significant evolutionary divide between life forms. Great job on the medium level. Here are 5 practice questions to reinforce your understanding. Take your time to answer them, and feel free to revisit the content if anything is unclear. This practice is key to building a strong foundation. Ready to challenge yourself further? Let's explore the more complex aspects of cell organization at the hard level. Prepare for deeper insights. The cell membrane's structure is best explained by the fluid mosaic model. Imagine a dynamic sea of phospholipids, constantly moving, with various proteins floating within it, much like icebergs. Some proteins span the entire membrane, forming channels, while others are attached to the surfaces. Carbohydrates, often linked to these lipids and proteins, form a unique sugar coating called the glycocalyx, crucial for cell recognition. This complex arrangement allows the membrane to be both fluid and functional, facilitating vital processes like selective transport and cell communication. This intricate design is a testament to nature's engineering brilliance, enabling cells to adapt and respond to their ever-changing environment while maintaining their internal stability. Movement across this sophisticated membrane occurs in two main ways: passive and active transport. Passive transport, like diffusion and osmosis, requires no energy, as substances move naturally down their concentration gradient, from high to low. Think of a ball rolling downhill. Active transport, however, needs cellular energy, ATP, to move substances against their concentration gradient, like pushing a ball uphill. This allows cells to accumulate essential nutrients or expel waste, even when external concentrations are unfavorable. Understanding these mechanisms is vital for comprehending how cells maintain their internal environment and interact with the outside world, from absorbing water to regulating ion balance, ensuring cellular survival and function. The cytoplasm is far from a simple fluid, it's a highly organized system of membrane-bound organelles, each acting as a specialized compartment. This compartmentalization is crucial, allowing diverse metabolic reactions to occur simultaneously without interfering with each other. For example, energy production in mitochondria can happen independently of protein synthesis in the endoplasmic reticulum. The cytoplasm also houses the cytoskeleton, a network of protein filaments providing structural support, enabling cell movement, and organizing the transport of organelles. Meanwhile, the nucleus, the cell's command center, is encased by a double nuclear membrane with intricate nuclear pores. These pores meticulously regulate the passage of molecules, ensuring genetic information flows correctly. Inside, chromatin, a complex of DNA and proteins, exists in active, euchromatin, and inactive, heterochromatin, forms, dictating gene expression. The nucleolus, a dense region, is responsible for assembling ribosomes, essential for protein synthesis. This intricate interplay between the nucleus and cytoplasm ensures precise control over all cellular processes, from growth to reproduction. You've tackled some challenging concepts. Here are 7 practice questions to deepen your analytical skills. These questions require more than just recall, they'll make you think critically and connect different ideas. Take your time, and good luck. Are you ready to truly master the structural organization of cells? At the hardest level, we'll delve into competitive depth, explore evolutionary insights, and even touch upon bioengineering applications. Let's push your understanding to the limits. The evolution of cellular organization from simple prokaryotes to complex eukaryotes is a fundamental concept in biology. The endosymbiotic theory, a cornerstone of this understanding, posits that mitochondria and chloroplasts, key cytoplasmic organelles, originated from ancient prokaryotic cells engulfed by early eukaryotic ancestors. This symbiotic relationship led to the development of highly efficient energy production and photosynthesis, driving the diversification of life. This evolutionary history underscores the interconnectedness of cellular components and highlights how intricate structures arose from simpler beginnings, paving the way for the vast biological complexity we observe today, making the cell a living fossil of its own evolutionary journey. The cell membrane is much more than a passive barrier, it's a dynamic, interactive signaling platform. Its fluidity, influenced by cholesterol and fatty acid saturation, allows for constant movement of lipids and proteins, crucial for processes like cell growth, division, and fusion. Embedded receptors bind specific signaling molecules, triggering cascades of events inside the cell, enabling communication and coordinated responses to the environment. The glycocalyx, a carbohydrate-rich layer on the cell surface, mediates critical cell-cell recognition, essential for immune responses and tissue formation. This intricate membrane organization is a marvel of biological engineering, allowing cells to sense, respond, and adapt with remarkable precision, forming the basis of multicellular life and its complex functions. Understanding these dynamic properties is crucial for fields like pharmacology and immunology. Within the cytoplasm, a highly dynamic cytoskeleton, composed of microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments, provides structural integrity, mediates cell shape changes, and facilitates intracellular transport. Microtubules act as cellular highways for motor proteins, moving organelles and vesicles, while microfilaments are key to cell motility, muscle contraction, and cell division. Cytoplasmic streaming, particularly prominent in plant cells, involves the active circulation of cytoplasm and organelles, ensuring efficient distribution of nutrients and genetic material. This intricate cytoplasmic network is vital for coordinating cellular processes, maintaining internal organization, and enabling diverse cellular functions, from nutrient transport to cell migration, showcasing a finely tuned biological machinery. The nucleus, the cell's genetic command center, orchestrates gene expression through sophisticated mechanisms. Chromatin, the DNA-protein complex, exists in transcriptionally active euchromatin and inactive heterochromatin, with its state dynamically regulated by epigenetic modifications like histone acetylation and DNA methylation. These modifications dictate which genes are accessible for transcription, profoundly influencing cellular identity and function. Nuclear pores, intricate protein complexes, are not passive channels but highly selective gates, controlling the bidirectional transport of macromolecules like mRNA and proteins, ensuring precise genetic control. The nucleolus, beyond ribosome biogenesis, also plays roles in stress response and cell cycle regulation, underscoring its multifaceted importance. This complex nuclear organization allows for precise control over the cell's genetic blueprint, enabling differentiation and adaptation. The structural organization of the cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus is profoundly interconnected, forming a cohesive functional unit. The nucleus directs protein synthesis, with mRNA molecules exiting through nuclear pores into the cytoplasm. Ribosomes in the cytoplasm, either free or attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, translate this mRNA into proteins. These proteins may then be processed in the Golgi apparatus, also within the cytoplasm, before being transported to the cell membrane or secreted. Signals received by receptors on the cell membrane are relayed through cytoplasmic pathways to the nucleus, influencing gene expression. This continuous feedback loop ensures cellular homeostasis, adaptation, and coordinated function. From a bioengineering perspective, understanding these intricate interactions is paramount for developing targeted drug delivery systems, designing effective gene therapies, and even constructing synthetic cells. Dysfunctions in these components are implicated in numerous diseases, highlighting the critical importance of their structural integrity and functional coordination for health and disease. You've reached the highest level of understanding. Here are 5 challenging questions that require deep critical thinking and synthesis of knowledge. These questions are designed to test your comprehensive grasp of the topic. Take your time to formulate thorough answers. Continuing our journey through the hardest questions, here are the final 5. These will truly push your analytical and problem-solving skills. Remember, the goal is not just to find the right answer, but to understand the underlying principles and connections. Good luck! And that concludes our in-depth exploration of the cell's structural organization, the cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. We hope you've gained a comprehensive understanding, from basic definitions to advanced bioengineering insights. For more amazing educational content, practice questions, and to explore other fascinating topics, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Keep learning and keep exploring the wonders of biology.